Scent of the day, Agato, Guarino di E. coli. Green fragrance that smells similar to Amouage, epic, but more niche. Okay, that sounds good. All right, the moment I've been waiting for. Aromatics Frostbite. That is something else. This one, good stuff. It's like Dior Sauvage, YEDP, and Jasada Ambassador had a baby. With that blueberry mango, some citrus, and that heart of violet geranium. The geranium really punches through. Whoop. That's pretty good, though. I guess they changed the icons for mods now. Used to be a wrench. Now it's not a wrench. Interesting. Huh, that's interesting. Am I seeing that right? Maybe, maybe not. Whoever just walked in, hello. Oh, man. Okay. My nose is killing me today. I hope I'm not coming down with a cold. I'm gonna have to look into that one. Ciao. Hello and welcome. How is your day? Hello and welcome. How are you people doing? Oh, man. Hello, welcome. How is your day? How is your weekend? How is the weather out by you guys? It's kind of chilly by me. Getting tired of this cold weather crap. Hello and welcome. Are any of you guys a fan of Aromatics Neeb in French Avenue? Are you guys in the Cologne? Like to smell good? Fragrance Time 3000. Nice. Nice name. What's your scent of the day? I do not have a scent of the day yet, but I have some pretty cool, interesting fragrances sitting out in front of me. One in particular that I've been spending time with when it comes to a budget cologne is this guy, Aromatics Frostbite. Think of, with the mango, think of Jasada Ambassador, Dior Sauvage, and a little bit of YEDP decided to have a baby, and out comes this fragrance. But not entirely being a dupe of it. Just similarities. Now that I think of it, it kind of does remind me of something like Dior Sauvage. And reminds me of a little bit of YEDP in the heart once it starts transitioning. The geranium really does punch through, but I really enjoy the blueberry, the mango, and citrus, and it has a pretty nice dry down, warm, ambery, musky. It's pretty good. Stefan Humbert, Lucas O'Hara. Oh, spicy antique vibe amber. That sounds good. Let the show begin. I got a discovery kit from Xerjoff. Normally, I buy fragrances blind buy, but lately I decided to get discovery sets to check them out so I don't go wasting money. But I've been hearing this one is pretty good. Xerjoff Torino 25. I'm curious what this one is about. I have Torino 22 and I have Torino 23 on the way. And I like rhubarb, so I want to know if the rhubarb here stands out. And thank you for the sub, sir. And I also hear it's got leather. So I'm curious to see how this one is going to be. Because a good friend of mine, Dutch, the Bible thumper, swears by it. And I do like his recommendations to me to check out. So get a couple of sprays here. Okay. It's another one I like. I do pick up the rhubarb. Kind of faint. This one's quite bright, citrusy. It's got some citrus, kind of sharp. And I kind of pick up like a zesty opening with this like kind of like tart rhubarb in a way. That one's pretty good. And I'm liking this. Kind of glad I got this discovery set. I really like this opening. It's quite zesty, almost like the rind of a peel with like Sicilian bergamot. I do detect the rhubarb, but it's kind of, I wouldn't say loud. It's kind of like a green rhubarb, kind of tart. But it's there, but it's more subtle, kind of in the background. But I really, really like the opening. It's really bright. So I'm going to let this one transition and see how it performs once it starts settling down. Yeah, I think it will. I do detect that rhubarb. I am liking this one. And this one will definitely be in my collection pretty soon. And the other one I'm really curious about is Louis Rosé. I'm not good with Roman numerals, so I'm guessing that's 15. Maybe I'm right, wrong. I like rose, so I'm certain I'm going to like this one. And I think this one is a new arrival when I was looking at their website. And I'm curious to see how this one is going to be, because I like Xerjoff. They're probably one of my favorite niche perfume house fragrances ever since I got into Herba Pura and Tony Iommi Deified. I really got into this house. Kind of pungent. I think I detect something like, it's kind of light in the opening. I'm detecting something. Can't really pin my mind on it, but it's something I know I'm familiar with, and I can't get the note off my tongue at the moment. Maybe it'll come back to me later. I really like this one. Nice rose, kind of light in the opening. Get a couple more sprays. What the hell? Yeah, kind of feels bubbly, you know, like a good rosé, champagne. It's kind of vibe I'm getting here. I really, really like this. This is really good. Definitely floral. Definitely kind of bright. For some reason, I'm getting like champagne in my mind. I don't know why. I don't know if there's champagne in this or an accord to smell like that. Whatever I'm smelling here in the opening, I am really drawn to this scent. This is good. Really good. This is going to be another one that's going to find its way into my collection some point this year. That's good. Really good. Well, I'm going to let these two settle down and tune in to you guys. So I already got your scent of the day, and I know what you're rocking. Yesterday, I was playing around with some of my fragrances, and I took Rosé Hawas Verde with Louis Vuitton Imagination, and I was shocked how well those two actually pair nicely together. And pretty good performance between the two. Now, I didn't spray them together. I sprayed the Imagination in different spots of my neck, and then I sprayed the Hawas Verde in two different spots. And lately I've been doing that when it comes to layering fragrance, and it actually makes a big difference. Yeah, that's kind of like what I'm getting here. It has this like decadent, like antique, ancient scent to it. It's pretty good. Ah, you finally got Signature Noir. Nice choice. How do you like it, Kix? I like that one. Louis 15. Oh, yeah. Louis 15 King. That's right. A little bit of history there. King of France. It really does resemble that era from France. It's got a nice scent. I definitely detect rose, but something else in the opening is making me think of like bubbly, champagne, something. And I'm certain when I look up the notes on the website, I'll figure out more. But I am really liking this one. This is what I got my nose on right now by Xerjoff. Louis 15 Rosé. I am really, really liking this. What's this stream? I review fragrance. It's a live stream on fragrances. Niche in particular, some budget-friendly stuff, and what I have sitting out in front of me. I am talking a little bit about some budget cologne, some niche. No, sorry, I don't speak Russian. Can't help you there. I feel like Louis 15 Rosé kind of wears light on my skin so far. I'm going to let us settle it down, let it develop, and see how it goes. But I do like it. Torino 25 is actually getting a little better now that it's starting to develop more on my skin. I am digging this one. I do detect some rhubarb, little pungent smell, kind of like a sour fruit of some sort. Sick tattoo. Okay, thank you. This one's pretty good. Now, I'm not familiar with Torino 24, but I'm pretty sure that contains mango, and that might be the key signature note to that fragrance. But Torino 25, I am drawn to. I'm digging that. That's damn good. Excuse my language. And this, I actually like more. This is like a different take when it comes to rose. I'm liking this. Some point in time, this fragrance is coming home with me. I definitely want a full bottle. There's no doubt about that. And some of the other fragrance I was briefly talking about, Aromatics French Avenue. We got Frostbite. The more I spent time with this one, I kind of do see a little similarity of Dior Sauvage and a little of YEDP once it starts transitioning into the heart. One thing I will say about this one, the geranium definitely does punch through. I like this one. It's got a very nice dry down. I think I get about 7.5 hours on skin. It's not bad for a budget cologne. But what I really like the most about this one is the opening. Blueberry and mango with some citrus. Then you got some floral there. I want to say some heliotrope, violet, geranium. I know there's vetiver. What's my goal in life? To remain happy and positive and continue to grow my channel. And I don't really talk about those kind of things. I mainly want to talk about fragrance on my channel. That's it. That's what it's for. Goals in life, I tend to keep that private. No offense. Yep. That's getting really good. I wonder if there's white peach in here. I don't know. Maybe somebody can look up the notes on their website and see exactly what I'm smelling, whatever it is. It's pretty good, but I do detect rose. Has to be some other kind of florals. Maybe some white florals. Whatever it is, it's damn good. Now I'm starting to pick up leather here with this Torino 25. This is pretty good. And I could see myself rocking this one all year round regardless. So like the rhubarb to me on skin, it's there, but it kind of quickly disappears. Thoughts on clones, dupes, Middle Eastern, they're okay. Depends what you like, what you're into. I like some, not all. I mean, as you can see, what I really enjoy is, your expensive stuff. But I guess I could say Rosé, I'm a fan of. The Hawass line in particular. I own a few of those. And I really been getting into what Aromatics and French Avenue does. And I really, really like this newer one that I got, Frostbite. No, not because of the name. Montal. I had a bottle, and unfortunately, my cat got into my collection, knocked it over, and it got screwed up. And the only one I got is, I think, Tropical Woods. I really like it. I never really explored any more of Montal. I'm more into the Mansera line, which I think I own 22 of them. I enjoy budget-friendly fragrances because of the name. Some of them are pretty good. I'll give them that. Some I still wear that perform good for me. But is it something I'm going to go out of my way and reach for every day? No. I tend to wear my niche fragrance and high-end designers over budget-friendly all the time, because that's what I like. But everybody's different. Some days, if I'm in the mood, I might, rock 9 p.m. The last couple of days, last week, I've been wearing this 3 days in a row. I really like this out of the entire 9 p.m. line. I like this over the original 9 p.m. Why? I like dragon fruit in fragrance. So yeah, it all depends what kind of mood I'm in. Whatever's on my mind, I'm going to wear. If it's budget friendly, or if it's niche or designer, then that's what I'm going to go for. Nothing against it. I just kind of, how could I put it? I kind of have my own eye out for things I really like. I don't have any problem with other people rocking budget cologne. If that's what they like, then by all means, do what you please. Me personally, I just feel like I don't want a bunch of dupes in my collection when I finally own the originals, if that makes sense. Oh, hey, what's up? I'm doing good. Sentimental value, thank you. Yeah, a lot of niche can be expensive. I don't know if you're in USA, but Aura Fragrance, Olfactory LLC, you could find some of them niche quality fragrance way cheaper than the actual websites. In fact, I just purchased another Xerjoff fragrance a couple days ago. I found at aurafragrance.com. I ordered Xerjoff Torino 23, and I paid $89. And that's a steal. Because if you actually went on the real website, it's over $300. And I was shocked. I think I showed Dutch a picture of how much money I actually paid for a Xerjoff. I literally paid $89.95. That was a steal. But I get what you're saying. Every day I'm always checking discount sites that I shop through all the time, seeing what they have. And lately, I sometimes find decent deals on Xerjoff or Amouage or whatever I'm looking for. And lately, I've been getting more of Xerjoff because it's one of my top favorite niche fragrance house. Oh, there you go. That's another way of doing it. Or sometimes I might hit up some personal friends of mine outside of social media if they're looking to get rid of some stuff or they have backups of things, then, you know, I'll get some stuff off friends. Sometimes I have other friends who gift me if they find something they like that they think I'll enjoy, then they'll just purchase a gift, send it my way, and watch for my review. So lately, the two cheap fragrances I did buy that are good quality was Rosé Hawass London, Hawass Verde, and 9 p.m. Night Out. I really dig those. And I really dig this one by Aromatics. This one in my collection just knocked Naughty Dates down to number 2, and this took the number 1 spot for me. I really like this one, and I've been wearing it quite a bit. And now I have 2 amazing Xerjoff fragrances that are just popping off my skin right now that I'm really enjoying. I really want a full bottle of Torino 25 because I'm really getting this nice leather. That is good. That's something I see myself wearing year-round. And I think it'll work best for me year-round. I love leather. Yeah. Also, if you notice, even some of these Latafas and Rosés are starting to hit high 60s and 70s nowadays. So they're starting to get expensive as well. And they're not as cheap like they used to be. Especially when they're brand new and they just launched. But if you give it a couple of days or a couple of weeks, the price comes down a little bit. But it's not like you just go to their website. I think Offnon, they just came out with another iconic blue that they decided to take it the next level with yeah, they're not cheap because more people are buying dupes. Yeah, people are gonna buy dupes regardless, but I don't always buy dupes. I just like what I like. Yeah, that's true. But, you know, I'll be honest. I really like Aromatics and French Avenue line. They're good. I'm a fan of MFK, Xerjoff, Louis Vuitton, and some of these other designers. That's just my personal opinion. But if a budget-friendly fragrance can smell this good, I'm not going to knock it. Then, yeah, I'm probably going to get it. Richwood is really nice. That is another one I still have yet to get in my collection. I hear it's phenomenal. I guess the best way I can put it, I'm impressed with Xerjoff and what Xerjoff does, what Suspiro does, and some of the other fragrances I own the most of, like Mancera. I'm impressed by that, and I own 22 bottles, and I wear all 22. And thoughts on Dior Homme Intense? Which one? The older one or the reformulated one? Because there's 2 different versions. If it's the newer reformulated, it's good. But if you got the older one, it's even better. But either way, Dior Homme Intense, that's a phenomenal scent. It's if you enjoy Iris, a powdery fragrance. It's a good one. I'm really digging this one. I'm enjoying this right now on my skin. Torino 25. That's probably going to be my next bottle I grab for myself. I'm liking that because now it's just really, really leathery. No black leather. Excuse me. Now this one here, Louis 15 Rosé, is starting to get a little powdery. That's really good too. Kind of powdery. Maybe a little bit of vanilla. Maybe a little bit of iris in here. This is pretty good. I'm enjoying that. I want a bottle of that for sure. Best Xerjoff for summer? I think Torino 25 is going to be the best one for summer for me. I'm really liking how this one is wearing on my skin. That is really good. And I could see myself wearing this in spring, cool days, and summer night. However, I think this one would make a nice fall and winter. I think it would perform best in cold weather. But I like that. It's getting powdery. Excuse me. Xerjoff Mephisto. Casmerati Mephisto. I hear that's nuclear for some people. I would like to check that out too. And let's see here. And me? No, I'm not in California. And here we got Louis Vuitton. L'Immensité. I hear this is a banger. And I'm curious to see how this is. And man, even their samples spray. Wow. Whew. Now this is smelling good. Grapefruit, ginger, citrus. This is really good. Man, that is good. This one's nowhere close to $400 by me. Whew, that is good. That I want a bottle of. There's no doubt about that. I own 7 by Louis Vuitton, but I make good money to afford that. But that's good. Really good. Next time I see Diego, I gotta let him know what I think of L'Immensité. This is pretty good. Man, I really like that. Makes a nice year-round scent. $20 for a 2 milliliter of that? California Dream is nice. That's a good one, too. Excuse me. I actually have one by, Luciano. I think it's California Vibe. That one was kind of close, kind of similar. And when I smelled the real one, I was like, okay, Luciano knows what they're doing. But it don't last long. I would like to get the ones I want from Louis Vuitton. Get the fuck out of here with these comments. Sounds like he must be a tranny. I want, let's see, L'Immensité, Meteor. I gotta get Pacific Chill back. I should have never sold it. And I want On the Beach. And some of the discontinued ones. City of Stars. There's a few others I want, but once I have those, that will probably be it for me. Hello, hey. That's good. That's pretty good. I think this is my brother's favorite fragrance from Louis Vuitton. All right, we got another one here. Let's see what this one is. I think Meteor is kind of like, kind of clean, kind of refreshing, bright, kind of like Imagination, but a little different, a little more cleaner. See what this one's like. Yeah, bright, citrusy, clean, kind of refreshing. Not entirely like Imagination, but definitely a cleaner profile. Nice year-round fragrance, just like L'Immensité. And I think this one, a lot of people slept on. This is pretty good. But it's cleaner than Imagination without tea. And I guess that's the best way I can put it. Pretty good. Not bad. Do I personally need that one? Probably not when I have Imagination and that's clean, refreshing with some tea, like some high-end soap fragrance. That's not bad. L'Immensité is way better. I will probably get a bottle of L'Immensité sometime this year. Probably towards the summer. Now the leather here on my skin, Torino 25, is starting to really develop, and it's really coming through very nice. Kind of woodsy. There's some woods coming in. Maybe like a cedar wood, maybe like a woody sandalwood, like Mysore sandalwood. That's good. Now this Rosé here, this one is definitely starting to get powdery. I kind of pick up like vanilla. It's pretty good. Not bad. Yeah, fragrance can be addictive. There's times where I hate it, but at the same time, I like smelling good. All right. Another one I will briefly talk about, and I got it in not too long ago, and I've just been testing it as far as performance and longevity. And I have the newest release from the Scandal line by Jean Paul Gaultier. We got Scandal Pour Homme Elixir. One thing I will say, and I will note, this cap can be a pain in the ass to come off. And they really made a secure cap. I don't know if all the caps are like that, but it's a pain in the butt to take off. So this is the 1.7 ounce bottle. We got Scandal Pour Homme Elixir. And I've been testing this for a few days here. And I gotta say, I am impressed with this. And I feel like cherry is starting to make a comeback in fragrance, because lately I've been seeing a lot of new fragrance with cherry in it. Just want to let you know that I only have 2 weeks. If that's really true, I'm sorry to hear that. This is really, really good. I sprayed it on my arm again yesterday, mid-morning. And I also It has decent, pretty good lasting power on my skin. And after I showered, and I'm going to be honest here, I still kind of picked up the slight dry down. It was kind of ambery. It's pretty decent. Now, I'm not saying you're going to get that kind of lasting power because everybody's skin chemistry is different. MFK 540, the original or the X-Straight? I like the X-Straight, but I'm not going to, I don't feel the purpose of owning it in my collection. Some people like it, some people don't, and that's okay. I'm not really a true fan of BR540. X-Straight is nice. Spread it once at Saks Fifth on my skin, walked around. It's a little too sweet for me. I don't get that. Maybe you got your nose on a fake one. The real stuff, very sweet, kind of syrupy, floral. Just not my thing. The original doesn't smell like medical or medicinal. Have a good one, Joel. Appreciate you being here. Where did I buy this? Where did I get it? Overseas. You're not really going to find this one in the USA yet until they decide to update their website. Not too many people are going to... I got it overseas, and this is really good. I would have to say and agree with another fragrance reviewer. To me, this is the king of elixirs. Back in the day when Polo Green came out in the 70s, I heard the original stuff actually last, and my dad happens to own a original bottle. To this day, it lasts. Is there any like Polo Green that actually lasts? Well, if you like stuff that's based on like green fragrances, Ormond Jane Vetiveria, if you're in the vetiver, or I would sample it. I have a sample somewhere buried in my dresser drawer. It's pretty good. Or what's another one that's kind of green? And there's so many back here. Kind of like Polo Green. That's a good question. Polo Green's kind of woodsy, floral, carnation, vetiver, almost like a forest-like scent, kind of. Maybe Mansera, deep forest. It's kind of green. Kind of has that scent profile like Polo Green. And I think I have a decant somewhere of it. I hear it performs on my skin. I don't know, there could be. I would definitely maybe get a decant of Ormond Jane Vetiveria. It's basically green fragrance that's like surrounded, focusing on vetiver. But if you really want something that's a little more mature, like Polo Green, but it's not going to be remotely close to it, Nichene Sultan Vetiver, I would sample that because it's like 3 different layers of vetiver. That's another good one, and it performs pretty decent for me. What's the best Valentino on the line? That's a good question because I don't really follow that line that very much. And the only one I really enjoy is Valentino, Born in Roma, Coral Fantasy. It's kind of like a smoky, crisp apple pie scent. Makes a nice date night scent. It's probably the only one I really enjoy the most. Other than that, I really don't own too much by Valentino. I'm not really big into that designer brand. You're welcome. The only other one I do have is this one. It's got a nice coffee scent to it. It's not bad. It's moderate performing. You won't expect much from this, but it's pretty decent. I can actually pull it out for you, and it's back here. It's right here. It's called Sultan Vetiver by Nishine. I don't know if it's, I'm trying to sell. I don't know if Olfactory LLC still has it in stock. I paid $80 for this. Yes, this is amazing. It's not exactly like Polo Green, but it has vetiver. It's got a green aspect to it. It's phenomenal stuff. Very mature. And if you could find a decant or a sample, I would sample it. I wouldn't blind buy it like I do. I blind bought this, but I like vetiver. I like mature fragrances. So I absolutely enjoy this. Yes, that's a good way to describe this. It's sharp and on point. What? I have no idea what kind of language that is. Can't help you there with that. But maybe Polo Oud. Polo Oud might be a little, maybe versatility or longevity, or Polo Green Intense might have a little more performance. There's another one that's kind of like Polo Green. I just can't remember off the top of my head. Is Mara good? I have no idea what that is, sir. Can't help you there. Yeah, Nishine. I saw this one day when I bought Fan Your Flames. And it was the same day I bought Fan Your Flames and this, and they were both on sale for like 80 bucks from Olfactory LLC. I couldn't pass that up. I heard Versace Blue Jeans is pretty good. Have I tried French Avenue Obsidian? I never checked that one. The only other one I have by Rayhan called Obsidian, I give it a solid 8.1 out of 10 because it's like the original Dior Homme Parfum from 2014 and the new Dior DHP from 2024. But French Avenue Obsidian, I never checked it out. The only ones I've really been checking out is what Aromatics Neebs and French Avenue do. It's the only ones I like. Have you smelled the new D&G one? No, I haven't. I want to. I want to check it out. Yakamoto. Now they're speaking crazy language. Hello, my boy. It's a Russian. I'm not Russian. And I guess this is the night when all the trolls come out. I want to get the one Parfum. I have the one EDP, the original, I like it, but not everybody goes for it. I'm thinking some point in time, sometime this year, I'm gonna get the one parfum. The original I liked when I got it. I was back in my 20s. The one EDT was my favorite. But then I got the EDP not too long ago. I actually enjoy it. Yeah, people are wild on YouTube at times. They'll try their best to take a shot at you and then they fail. I never really explored anything that's close to Clive Christian Blonde Amber. I never even explored Clive Christian either. Let's see, what is the best Aromatics perfume from that line? I'm enjoying this one. Frostbite. Naughty Dates is pretty good. I don't know if you're into tea fragrance, but Tease Me's pretty good. It's like in the same vein of Imagination by Louis Vuitton, but not a dupe at all. Goes its own direction. But it's one thing I will say here with this one, it kind of has a slight smoky tea. And that is because of the Chinese black tea they're using with teak wood. It kind of gives this like ashy scent to it. I enjoy it. It's pretty good. And I can't wait to test this one out in this spring and summer and really see how it performs, because I'm definitely going to put this to the test. Because I live in Ohio, and in summer out here, we get extreme heat. So I really want to put the test to this one, Frostbite, Magnetic, and really see how well these really perform in summer. But they're performing really good for me because it's cold out in the low 40s. So if they can handle the cold, I'm curious to see if this one can handle high heat. But if you want a really good date night scent and you're really into like coffee, caramel, vanilla, some nuts, and like a honeyed golden amber, Naughty Dates is pretty good. It's probably my most favorite budget gourmand fragrance. It's good. That's if you're into like coffee and caramel, because that's basically what you get here. And it's pretty good. It's nothing beast mode, I'll say that. Nothing beast mode. And if, you know, I think I've seen a couple people saying it's beast mode. It's not beast mode for me. I think maybe 7.5, 8 hours. But when it comes to a gourmand, you really don't need all that lasting power unless you really are those kind of people who want something lasting 10, 12, 15, 16 hours. But that's a good one. But as of right now, Frostbite is my #1 favorite so far. And you're welcome. See how Torino 22 is doing now, or 25. Torino 25. I'm gonna have to get a full bottle. And Xerjoff Louis 15 Rosé. I need a full bottle. And these other Louis Vuittons, I'll eventually get around to it. So while you guys are here, I might as well do a live first impressions on Scandal pour Homme Elixir. And I think it came out, what, 2025, 2026? A couple of sprays. So in the air, I get a nice sour black cherry, but it does sweeten up a bit. You do get patchouli and you get amber, and it's pretty good. It has some pretty decent staying power. And I've been testing this one for a few days lately. I got it in not too long ago. And this is phenomenal. And I think the Scandal Absolute was the other one I really liked with that nice caramel. Never went too crazy for the other ones. I like this way more than Scandal Absolute because I like cherry. And I'm in the cherry. And this is basically like a cherry tonka bean scent. And it has decent performance for a designer fragrance. And I'm really enjoying it. And I have to agree with another YouTuber, Fragrance Dude. I agree with him. That's the king of all elixirs out of the Scandal line. Yeah. It's sitting right up there. That's a good one. But, you know, people say it's very situational. Beast mode. I wore it not too long ago. I love this one. But I have to be in the mood to wear that. And I generally wear that when I have something going on, something planned where I want to dress up and it's a special occasion, or if I'm going elsewhere, I'll wear it. Beautiful stuff, but it's like very situational for me. And the ones I tend to wear the most from Louis Vuitton is Imagination, Sur La Route, Orage, Sunsong, Elves, and I think another one over there, and Lovers. I forgot I had 7. Yeah, pretty much. And another fragrance I did add to my collection not too long ago. I just haven't really spent time with it as much, even though it's been sitting up there. Hey, what's up, Spence? How's it going? Oh, since you're here, Spence, Xerjoff, Alexandria 2 anniversary. Straight fire. Great stuff. And now I need a full bottle. There was one of the first samples I checked out of my discovery set because I wanted to see why you like it so much. Now I understand why. And now I will have a full bottle one day. I really love the dry down. I love the opening. I get the spice. But it had an interesting note that caught my eye with the anniversary version. It has vermouth. And I'm a fan of that. And I don't see that often in a lot of fragrance, except that one. When did I start collecting? Probably a couple years ago before I decided to create my own fragrance channel. When I got back into fragrance. I had cologne growing up when I was younger. But when I really started collecting was a few years ago when I decided to do my own channel and see where it goes. And over time, I accumulated a lot of different stuff. I was watching Bowtie Fragrance Guy. Then I came across not so famous YouTuber, TLTG Reviews. Then I came across Stay Fresh Productions and so on. And then I picked up on a bunch of different niche quality fragrance and even designers. And here I am now with quite a bit back there. As you can see, all my Xerjoffs are up top. And then all my favorite high-end designer and some niches on the top tier shelf over there. Do I own any Mancera? Yes, they're all back here. I can't really dig them out, but they're all back up there. I have 22 Mancera bottles now. Favorite homage? My favorite is the original Reflection at the moment. And the only other homage I have is Meander. And I really enjoy that one. The carrot seed in Meander really stands out. And another fragrance I did get, and I haven't really talked about it as much. It's just been sitting up on that shelf. It's my third MFK fragrance. I ended up getting 724. Something about this I really enjoy. From the day I walked in the Saks, I sprayed it on skin. Immediately right there, I bought it on the spot. I really like this. Clean, fresh. It's got like sweet pea, a little bit of floral, white florals. Phenomenal stuff. And I gotta say, out of all the MFKs I own, I have 3. I have Aqua Media Cologne Forte. I have Grand Soir. And yeah, Clean Floral. I love this. And I fell in love with it the day I bought it. And I came home with this, and I've been so busy with other stuff, other content, other videos, I haven't really got much time to talk about it, so I figure I'd talk a little bit about this. Out of the ones I own, I really get the most lasting power on skin from this. Now, another thing I want to point out with this one, it's another great green fragrance, green matcha. My buddy pointed out that this one performs in high heat, so I can't wait to give this a shot and see how well it performs. I love this. This is another great one. Club Ennui Intense Man. Is it a hype or real? Never checked the original or the other ones. The only ones I own is the Extrait de Parfum version. And I think a lot of them are overly hyped, and that's my personal opinion. Not everybody's going to feel that way. Yeah, thanks. It's getting there. And as you can see, I kind of did something different with my background. I found something on Amazon and caught my eye, so I bought it. And I think it makes a better drop ceiling decoration. And it's coming along. However, I found a really nice price tag on a display case that I'm getting next week. And then I'm going to reorganize everything and get rid of this bookshelf case. And then my cat will not be able to get into my cologne no more. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Do I own any Mancera? Yeah, I own 22 bottles of Mancera. They're on this shelf, and they're in the back. I keep them back here. I have so many, as you can see, but I own quite a bit of Mancera. That was one of the first niche fragrance houses I really got into. I feel like the Mancera line is a beginner's place to start. Nah, I'm good on all that crap. Narcotic flower, that's not good for you. Is my channel monetized? No. I really don't need monetization. That's a load and load of perfumes. Yes, over time, it adds up. And sometimes I did some fragrance hauls, but I shopped around for the best prices. But it's not like every day I buy a fragrance or week, unless it's something, you know, I absolutely need. And ever since I started a fragrance budget a couple months ago, I've been sticking to it. Now I have relatives, I have personal friends who don't really watch fragrance channels other than mine, and they might watch a couple others and pick up on some things, and they might just send it my way to check out. Sounds narcissist? You know what? Adios. You're out of here. I had to get rid of that guy. I think that guy was on heroin or something. Something's wrong with that guy. God bless his soul. Yeah, over time, things added up. And a lot of the times, I think maybe last year, I want to say maybe around September, October, I had I got lucky playing the lottery, and I took advantage, and I spent over $2,000 on cologne. That's something I wouldn't recommend anybody doing. And I wanted some high-end stuff that I've been wanting for the last few years, and I bought them because I couldn't really find a good deal online. And I went directly to Saks Fifth, and I paid the money. But I had decants. And lately, what I've been doing, I've been getting discovery sets. And I got one from Xerjoff not too long ago. I also been getting into another small indie niche house, which is Gallagher fragrance. And I've been really digging a lot of their stuff. And I'm familiar with their background. They're like an Irish fragrance house. I'm half Irish. And Gallagher fragrance. I think a lot of people sleep on their stuff. They're, you know, they're in the $100 price point, but cheaper than Zahara fragrance. And they have phenomenal stuff. Like, let's say, for an example, who would ever think about taking lavender and bourbon and put that together? The opening, fresh cut pineapple, boozy cherry, and some aromatic French lavender, some other florals, decent longevity and performance. I think it's like $125, quite affordable. And another one I found interesting, it was called September, which is like a fall gourmand scent. Nah, I don't like that. I like my channel name, and I don't really want to change it. And at the end of the day, with what I have up top on my ceiling, and a lot of the times I'm spraying cologne, my area smells like a scented paradise. So the name fits. And I really don't want to change it. that would be like, you know, me walking away from a motorcycle club that I support and I'm into. And there's no way in hell I would do that. Welcome back. That's basically, that's like, changing a channel that you already created, a name. That's like removing the stripes off of a zebra, and you just can't do that. But yeah, so I like my name, and I like my channel. And eventually, some point in time this year, I'm gonna make my own fragrance. And I learned from a couple good perfumers that I actually have their fragrance in my collection. And eventually that's something I want to do. And I got things in my notebook that I've been jotting down. And I got some things brewing. And eventually, I think towards this fall, this year, I will have my own cologne out. You do that, Spence. Yeah. So, Spence, you're a big Xerjoff guy. Have you got your nose on Louis 15 Rosé yet? And if so, what did you think of that? 'Cause I'm liking this. And I'm going to have to get a bottle. Louis 15 Rosé. Very, very nice. Kind of has like a bubbly, kind of has like a bubbly opening, but once it starts transitioning, developing, the dry down's kind of like powdery, fluffy, white florals, vanilla, and rose. Pretty good. But I know what I'm really digging too. Torino 25. The opening, I did pick up some rhubarb, kind of sharp and kind of tart. Didn't stay long. It kind of disappeared. There was some citrus, but now what I'm really, really getting here is this nice leather. I am definitely going to get a full bottle of Torino 25. And the other Xerjoff I recently got not too long ago was Torino 22. And this is not for everybody, but I really, really like this. This is a nice woody aromatic. And I'm still testing this, and I'm still spending some time before I do any first impressions like I always do. I usually test this for about a week, and then I get to doing some things about this, but my buddy Dutch the Bible Thumper put me on to this, and I like this. This is phenomenal. So that's my 5th Xerjoff fragrance. And the other day, Aura Fragrance had a decent sale on another Xerjoff that I saw, Torino 23. I couldn't resist. I paid $89.95. And that's a steal in my eyes. So I was happy to get that. So that'll be in probably next week, depending on the weather, because they ship with USPS. And with, I think there's a snowstorm or some kind of thing going on, or some kind of weather issue. So it'll get here when it gets here. I could have jumped and pulled the trigger on the new release by Xerjoff for the Basilius line, the Oracle. I decided to pass on it this time. And nothing against it. I didn't want to. I just wasn't in the mood. if it's out of stock, it's out of stock. And I'm certain he'll have it back in stock again, like Precious Treasure will be. I just wasn't feeling it. I just, I got the email. Some people were talking about it, and I said, I'm going to sit it out this time. So I decided to sit it out. I didn't want to get the new Xerjoff release. I just wasn't feeling it. And the scent profile looks good, but I kind of have some things that are, you gotta go. Oh, from the 70s and 80s and 90s. Hey, more power to you. The only one I think I still have from the 90s back in the day. Yeah, I think he did. That was making my skin crawl. I was starting to cringe. I don't roll that way. Can't have that. I think he needs to go see a psychiatrist and get on some Prozac, and it might just help him get back to liking girls. Unfortunately, not everybody, people are going to do what they do. That's their business. But me, women only. And that is how it's going to be. Get that out of there. What is this guy? I just love it how some friends of mine know I'm going live, and yet they still want to text me. They just don't listen. It's like sometimes I just want to call and be like, hey, I'm live. I'm talking to my subscribers. You could text me any time of the day, anytime, but you don't. You always do it when I'm live at Fangu, Yeah, I think it was a bot. Probably. Just like the other guy. The other guy who was speaking about go do heroin. Idiots. Idiots. So many idiots out there. I would rather spread positive cheer. Like, if you're jonesing for a fix or something and you're in the Cologne, spend it on Cologne instead. Don't waste your money. Meteor by Louis Vuitton. It's clean, easygoing, some citrus. It's almost like imagination in a way without tea. That's probably the best way I can describe Meteor by Louis Vuitton. Do I really need it? Absolutely need it? Probably not. I don't have too many old school frags, unfortunately, other than, kind of reminds me of my old younger days. Ed Hardy, Hearts and Daggers. It's got a nice little dent. There's an old school one for me. And I have the woman's version too. This bad boy. Hearts and Daggers for women. I love it. And it's pretty good. Doesn't last for shit, but I still like it. And of course, I think I even have that. I forgot about this. I even got Love and Luck to this day, even when it came out. And I still have that much left, and I've worn a little bit. And I don't know who the perfumer was, but this has decent longevity for me. And it's been a minute since I've smelled this one. And it's still good. Clean, simple, easygoing. That's another good one. And old school, I remember when this came out back in the day. Yeah, it's been years. Another one that's old school. How many of you guys remember this? Hollister Jake. This is old school here. And sadly, I think all the good Hollister fragrance just got discontinued. And I think to this day, I see people paying crazy money for this on eBay. And I could have sold it for what it was going for. And I think some people could have bought it. But I decided to keep it because I still wear this. This is another old school one. It's probably my favorite old school fragrance from back in the day. I still wear it when I'm in the mood. And I find this one to perform really good for me when it's extremely hot out. And then, oh yeah, I think there's another old school one I have. True Religion. Gotta have this one. Yeah, I hear you. Yep, pretty much. And this is another decent one by True Religion. It's not bad. Kind of woodsy, aromatic, fougere kind of style. It's not bad. It's pretty decent. Bought it off the website. I like this one. I enjoy this one. I wear it from time to time. I don't know when it came out, but it's pretty good. Pretty good. Might be my scent of the day tomorrow. It's been a minute since I've worn this. And last but not least, I have one more sample here to check out. Prada Paradigm. I've been seeing mixed reviews. And I'm curious to see what this one is about. Yeah, you got quite a bit, man. I got quite a bit. Hey, what's up, Grim? So let's see what we got here. Yeah, I don't know about this one. I'm not really liking this. Maybe I'll let it settle down, see how it goes. But I'm not liking the opening here. Nothing's like, oh my God, making me going crazy here. So far I'm not liking the opening on this. Prada Paradigm? I don't know. I'm gonna let it see how it goes here. See how it settles down. I'm not feeling this one. I'm gonna give it some time though. See if it gets any better. It kind of does have that YSL Y kind of feel to it. Kind of does. It kind of does. Don't get me wrong, some of the YSL Y flankers are good. I think the reformulated version of the Y Parfum, I like that. I like the Y EDP Intense and the Y EDP. They're not bad. But you see the one I have in my collection up there. I really like that YO Fresh. So I know I'm gonna like Why Iced Cologne. Yeah, that's a good one. And just like, this guy, this is another good one. Dior Homme Eau Fresh. This is a phenomenal stuff too. But I tend to reach for this guy. I really like this the best over the Dior Homme Cologne. I like this way more. Yeah, it's what I hear. I still like to get it. That's gonna be my next designer is the Why Iced Cologne. I like mint. Yeah, I basically get YSLY here with Prada Paradigm. And I think the original YEDT is way better than this. Yeah, I'm not liking this one. Whatever they were trying to do, I don't like it. But I'll tell you what's good. For a new designer from Jean Paul Gaultier for the Scandal line, Scandal Pour Homme Elixir. And this is just my personal opinion. And not everybody is going to agree with me, but shout out to Fragrance Dude. I agree. This is the king of all elixirs from the Scandal line. I like this one a lot. And eventually I'll have my full review out and first impressions. This is what I've been testing the last few days. I like this. But yeah, that's what I got from that Paradigm. It's like basic designer shit. I don't like it. It's not impressing me. I don't find nothing impressing about it. So I won't own a full bottle of that. I might just, I think I'll give the sample away. Maybe I'll give it to my brother, see if he likes it. But I don't like it. I don't find nothing interesting about it. Yeah, I don't like it. But this here, I like this. Has a nice atomizer. Oh, thanks. Yeah. In the opening on this, I might as well do a live first impressions for you. In the opening, you do pick up this black cherry. It's kind of sour, and it does settle down, and it does get a little better. But eventually, once it starts transitioning, you do detect some patchouli. And it really has a nice ambery dry down. And this one definitely has really good lasting power on skin for me. Now, Scandal Absolute was good. I give you that much. I never really explored the Scandal line all that closely, but the Scandal Absolute, I like that. But when this came out, and ever since I got my nose on this, and I've been testing this for 3 days, this is my favorite one out of them, out of the Absolute. I like this more than the Absolute. And that's just my personal taste because I like cherry. It's basically a cherry tonka scent, and it's pretty good. I really like it. I'm in the market for a few fragrances. Can I ask you for some recommendations based on a few scenarios? What are you looking for? What is your scent profile? Clean, year-round, weird, smoky, herbaceous, niche, crazy, mature kind of stuff, or something simple that you could wear year-round? And depending on what you're looking to spend. and that as well. But sure, whatever you want to ask, and some of my mods are in here too, they can chime in. Based on a few scenarios, sure. Hello from Japan. Hi. You're in the market for a few fragrances. Can I ask you for a few recommendations based on a few scenarios? Sure, Steve. Whatever you're looking for, let me know. Whatever, you know. If you want simple, clean, that's basically like Nautica Voyage, just a little bit of leather. Nautica Voyage Intense. Average physique, bearded, masculine looking, if that makes any difference. Need one for the office that'll make the girls notice. Need a woody scent for date. Also want a signature scent. What is your budget? Something that the girls will notice. Office friendly. You looking for budget cologne, or you looking for something maybe $50, $70 range? $300 for all of them. Woody. Woody. You know what? Well, I can't recommend that because you might not like that. You know what's a good one? But I'm going to go down here. Actually, Polo Green. Kind of woody. Woodsy. Carnations, some florals, patchouli, kind of earthy. Still a classic. Doesn't last very long. It's kind of, you know, up there. I find this to be kind of office friendly. Pretty good. I like it. And this is like probably the best way I can put a woody fragrance with some patchouli, cedarwood. Pretty good. The opening's kind of, you know, spicy, intense, but it does get better if you want a woody fragrance and you don't want to spend too much money. But if you want something, yeah, that's another one. If you like YSL YEDP in the dry down, or kind of like Dior Sauvage, Aromatics Frostbite, Azzaro Chrome Extreme, that's great for the office. And it's kind of like Acqua di Gio Profondo without the harsh opening. That's a good one to check out. Or even this one, True Religion. It's like a woody aromatic fougere. You could probably find this cheap through discounters. Mancera, though, with a little more performance. It's kind of aqua, you know. There's another one, Aqua Wood. It's like a aquatic woody fragrance by Mancera. About 7.5 to maybe 8 hours, around that. That's what I get. You might get more, you might not, but this is office friendly. You could find, if you Google this one, you could probably find a decent price. I think last year I paid a roughly 60 for it. It's pretty good. Makes a nice office-friendly fragrance. It's pretty good. It's been a minute since I've worn it. Smells nice. It's got a really nice pear in the opening. And what's another good one? Oh. If you want a blue fragrance, Aqua Enzial Blue by Ferragamo. Even though it's discontinued, you could still find it. Decent, office-friendly, and if you like Bleu de Chanel or Versace Dylan Blue, this is kind of like that, kind of along the lines of those two fragrances, but it's its own like little smoky blue fragrance. It's not bad, affordable. It's another one for like the office. And what was your other question? And you want something like a signature scent? I don't know. Here's another one. Boss Bottled Beyond. Came out last year, I think. Classy, very reachable, easygoing. It's very versatile, date night, office friendly as well. And it fits for a signature scent. I like this. And I got it not too long ago. This is another great choice. I did pay full retail, and it's pretty good. And there's another one, Michael Malone, Ocean Noir. And if you really want something that's kind of designer-esque and has really good lasting power, if you're into it, you know, incense, leather, ginger, Nirvana. This is strictly a date night fragrance. It's pretty good, slightly on the mature side, but it smells so good. And in a way, I kind of get like a root beer float kind of smell with it. I don't know why. And I've landed compliments with this. And Hugo Boss is another one of my favorite designer fragrances. And I'm a fan of their clothing because I own a lot of Boss clothing. And there's another one right there, Hawas Fire. Yeah, I have that. That's another good choice. What's your thoughts on Les Beaux, Les Parfums? Honestly, I can't help you there. I don't own it. I never really smelled it, but I hear it's pretty good. I never really checked it out. I'm not, you know... I like the Les Beaux, EDT, Paradise Garden, the Parfum, and the Les Beaux Flower Edition. Le Malt Elixir by Jean Paul Gaultier, I'm not too crazy for. I kind of grew out of it. But everything from all these guys gives you a good idea. And a signature scent, if you want something a little niche, but you could rock year-round, that's actually affordable. Is this guy, Xerjoff, Signature Pour Homme. It's kind of like high-end soap, resinous. It's easy to wear. I've landed compliments with it. It's pretty good. Yeah, it's up in a little bit of price range, like $150 price range. Best way to really explore this is to buy a sample, check it out, spend time with it, then make your decision. But I like this. And so good. Get a little bit of citrus, some woods, frankincense, olibanum, a little bit of oud. The oud here's kind of tolerable, and with all the like the apple, some lavender, it kind of tones down the craziness. And with everything going on here, the oud kind of does settle down. It doesn't get dangerous, no barnyard, no fecal or any of that crap. This is a really easygoing fragrance. It's slightly mature, sophisticated, office friendly, date night, pretty much any situation. But it's like spring. I'd say cool spring days, maybe a cool summer evening. Definitely for the office. There's no doubt about that. So there's all kinds of stuff out there, but it all depends what you're really into. And far as, hey, what's up, Dutch? How's it going? Torino 25, fire. And King Louis 15 Rosé, fire. Good stuff. The opening of Torino 25, since you're here, I did detect rhubarb. Sadly for me on my skin, it kind of, settled down, was kind of subtle, kind of disappeared a bit. But the leather here really came in and it started developing. I did detect the rhubarb in the opening. It was kind of tart on my skin, but then it started getting really, really nice. And I detected some other notes that are appealing, but I'm really liking the dry down here on Torino 25, and that is full bottle worthy, and that's eventually going to find its way in my collection. That was a good one. So there's another good one that I want. Yeah, it is. It's pretty good. And this one here, this is straight fire. I don't know what I was smelling in the opening. It kind of like, I feel like this one is kind of inspired by, King Louis the 15th from back in that era. Whatever the opening was, for some reason, I kind of got this like, maybe like a champagne accord or something. I could be wrong. But once it started developing, the rose really came in nice. I think there's some white florals. I don't know. But whatever I'm smelling, it was damn good. Really good. And I enjoyed it. I'm going to have to look up the notes, but that is something I would definitely like to own sometime. And the other two samples I checked out was L'Immensité by Louis Vuitton and Meteor. And I gave some guys some good recommendations. I talked a little bit about Aromatics Frostbite. I do kind of get like Dior Sauvage and YEDP. However, in the opening, I guess the best way I can describe this one, in my opinion, it's like Gisada Ambassador, Dior Sauvage, and YEDP decided to have a baby. And out came this with blueberry, mango, some citrus, some nice floral. And I find geranium punches through out of the heart with some heliotrope, and then you got some violet, vetiver, and some woods, musk, and amber. They did a good job with this one. I like this. For a budget cologne, I think it's my favorite Aromatics so far. It knocked Naughty Dates the number 2, and it took the number 1 spot out of all the Aromatics fragrances I own. Well, I own 7 by Louis Vuitton. Number 1 would be, for me, Sur La Route. Number 2 would be Imagination. Number 3 would be Sun Song, the re-released formula from last year. 4 would be Mirage. Elves would be number 5. And Lovers, it's kind of like tied with number 2. And Ombre Nomad is like tied with number 3. Yeah, Frostbite is fire. I still have yet to check out Forbidden Fruit. And I want to get Sunkissed, Xandal, Carnal Desire, Royal Taboo, and Plantain Blanc. I hear Plantain Blanc is basically like Torino 21, but with more mint. And I also talked a little bit about MFK 724. I bought it not too long ago. It's been sitting on my bookshelf case, and I didn't really spend too much time with it until recent. I've been spending some time with it. It's basically a ultra clean floral scent. Really nice. I didn't really like Le Sable Rose. I smelled it, and it's not for me. Ombre Nomad, I love. Absolutely. I like Meteor. I wouldn't mind getting that in L'Immensité. I have Lovers up there. I actually wore this the other day. I wore that the other day. I gave it a wear. I love this. And that's a good one, too. I want to check out Symphony. But the Boutique by me at Saks Fifth, they don't carry those. I would have to go down to Columbus, Ohio, and check it out down there. But I hear that one's pretty good. And I talked a little bit about Torino 22. And thanks for that recommendation. Torino 22 is good. I'm still testing it as far as longevity. I really like the opening with Torino 22. I get that saffron, eucalyptus, and I think there's maybe Sicilian bergamot. And then I picked up some floral. The dry down's really, really nice. That's what I like about it. And the opening lasted for quite a bit, too. I sprayed it on the back of my neck. I had to go to the gas station, get some gas, do a couple things. When I walked in, some people were asking, like, hey, what are you wearing? That smells really good. And I said, it's a recommendation from a subscriber and somebody I tend to talk to on social media. And it's Xerjoff Torino 22. It's a woody aromatics fragrance. And if you're into cologne, I have a channel. Look it up, Scented Paradise, and get a sample and check it out. And it's pretty good. I want to check out I have Torino 24 and Xerjoff, what is it? Alexandria 2 Anniversary. I'm going to keep those 2 for another live stream next week, Sunday. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Torino 24 has, what, mango in it, I think? So I can't wait to check those out, and I'm going to save those. I checked out a sample of Prada Paradigm. I don't like it. It's like a basic ass designer YSL YEDT-esque scent. I didn't like it. I just didn't care for it. YSL YEDT is good, but whatever they were doing here, Prada Paradigm, I just don't like it. I didn't like it. It didn't move me. It didn't impress me. I'm not even really a big fan of Prada. Never really got into them. That one, I don't like it. I just don't, I don't know. Yeah, I just, nothing against them. I just don't like it. Unfortunately. Just not my thing. I mean, you know me, I really more in the niche. I like Xerjoff, MFK. You know, I kind of get them jonesing feelings for a new niche fragrance. And that reminds me, I have Torino 23 on the way. And there's a couple other Virtus I want to grab. And I want to get a couple more Manceras. I want Intense French Riviera, Ombre Tonka. I want to get Amour Cafe. And another one I got my nose on not long ago out of that sample pack was Vetiver Sensuel. Yeah, I want to try and find Virtus Serenade. I would like to find that. And there was another one. I have Oriental Rose, and I think Spence has Morocco Rose. It's slightly different. I want to get that one too. And I can't wait to give this a full wear in the high heat. Aqua Media Cologne Forte. Green matcha. Very refreshing. Oh, it's so good. Such a great scent. Very refreshing. I find the matcha really stands out here. And I can't wait. There's another MFK I want as well. I want to get my 4th MFK bottle sometime. And I think it's going to be, there was another one. I think it's Amrez Extrait de Parfum. I would like to get that. Yeah. Amber Elixir I hear is good. I would like to get that sometime as well. And I also want to get some stuff from Montal, from that line. I saw one that interested me. It's called Beast Love. I would like to check that one out as well. Hey, what's up, Alicia? How you going? Or how has your week been going? Wow, it's been a while. I think I started around 7 o'clock and it's almost 9 o'clock. Time flies. I think I'm kind of pushing the 2-hour mark here. I think I'm gonna go live for 6 more minutes and then, I'll shut it down. But my week's been okay. Thanks for asking. I've been spending some time with some of my samples from my Xerjoff kit. Got my nose on Xerjoff Torino 25. King Louis Rosé. I got my nose on French Avenue Aromatics Frostbite. I got my nose on Prada Paradigm. I don't like it. Didn't impress me. And I had 2 Louis Vuitton samples that I checked out, and I like them. And Dutch, he gave me a really good recommendation on a Xerjoff Torino 22. We were talking about it, and I got it. And I'm still testing it, spending time with it, and and I gotta say, Torino 22 is a nice woody aromatics fragrance. I really love the opening. And I actually have another Xerjoff on the way as well, Torino 23. I saw on Aura Fragrance, full bottle, unopened, nothing used, $89.95. I jumped on that. I wasn't passing that up. And that was a steal on top of it. And I looked at the scent profile, and it's something I totally get down with. I want to get 21. I don't have it, but I hear it's pretty good. But that Hawas Verde, I think I smelled 21 at Saks Fifth. And it's been a minute. Vaguely remember. But Verde here kind of reminds me of that slight DNA with the mintiness. And I might go up to Saks Fifth tomorrow just to check out Torino 21 again. And that's another one I would like to own. But most definitely, Torino 25, I'm definitely going to get a bottle of that. Because I really like this dry down. Very leathery. But there's also something else going on with this leather, and I like it. And I could see myself owning 20 bottles by Xerjoff. Oh yeah? Where are you at? I don't even think ours would be closing because so many people are up there. Anytime, oh, you're in Oklahoma. Okay, well, you two definitely know each other then. And every time I go there, I see a lot of people at the counter for Bond Number 9, Exanilio, Parfums de Marly, Creed. Some are at the Chanel counter. Some are at the Louis Vuitton boutique. And every time I'm there, I see someone always leaving with Creed, Initio, Exanilio, Bond Number 9. There's so many people who buy that stuff. It's crazy. And the last time I was at Louis Vuitton was last year, before Christmas came around. They had some kind of like sneaker show going on, and I went up there just to check it out, see what was going on, and to visit a good friend of mine. And I ended up coming home with 2 fragrances from there. So I spent some money. Okay. Dillard's has their so-called exclusives. Okay. Bulgari Terrace Essence. I never checked that one out. I had a sample of, what is it? Man in Black by Bulgari. That's a really nice tobacco scent. Yeah, tomorrow's President's Day. I will be up at Saks. In fact, one of my Louis Vuitton sale advisors reached out to me and told me they had an event going on. and I'm not buying nothing, but I'm going to go out there and hang out. And I think she did say they got some of the new, they were able to get the new Louis Vuitton fragrance, the Journey to China collection in. And I want to check them out. I want to check out Rain Tea, Ink Mark, and and check out Moontail. And I'm pretty sure she'll give me the free samples. Because usually anytime I'm up there, and I'm a frequent flyer there, and I've bought so many things, I usually get free samples all the time, even if I don't buy nothing. So if she's got free samples, I'm coming home with them. Yeah, I would like to check out Cartier. I just don't know where when I got Chanel, when I bought this one, or when it got gifted to me, should I say, it came with a free sample. I love this Super Legra. Adios, Levi. Well, anyways, what I was saying, I got a sample when my other cousin gifted me this. It was a happy belated birthday gift. It came with a free sample of something else called Chanel Sycamore. And it's from their private line, I think. I got my nose on it. Better than their mainstream line. When it comes to Chanel, I think, their mainstream line is decent. Blue Day Chanel, Chanel Allure Home Sport. All fine and dandy. I like Sycamore. I like it. That's my kind of jam for a designer scent. I really like it. And there's some other ones I like to check out from the private line of Dior. And some private lines from Carolina Herrera, confidential line. There's a couple from that line I would like. I think it's Nightfall Patchouli and a couple other ones. And there's some other stuff on my list I need to check out. But right now, the next two fragrances I want pretty soon is Torino 25, King Louis 15, Rosé, the original King Louis. I want to get, what is it? There was a couple other ones by Xerjoff called 400, the Don, Torino 21, Torino 24, and I definitely want Alexandria 2 Anniversary. That is way better than the original Alexandria. More smoother, spicy in the opening. It's got this different type of oud, but once it settles down, warm, vanillic, ambery, such a beautiful dry down. Really good. Yeah, I pretty much want everything in the Join the Club collection. I eventually will have them all. And there's some other ones. I like to get Herbal Gold, Apollonia. I want Golden Green, Golden Mocha, and Golden Dala. I want those as well. And I think I have a decant of Golden Dala. That's a nice ashy coffee scent. I like that stuff. That was good. Well, it's a little after 9, and I think I'm going to shut it down. So I appreciate you guys hanging out with me for the time you did come. And for all who's new to my channel, thank you for coming, hanging out, hearing me talk about the fragrances I love and some new stuff. You guys enjoy your President's Day. Stay safe. God bless. And smell your best. Peace out.